So in light of the fact that the theme of my show is about movies, I need a bit of help, and I'm calling upon the biggest film buff I know, my sister.
Diggy! Oi! Oh, hello friend. Who is this?
Hello. Thanks for letting yourself into my house.
The question is, should I go as my normal name or do I need a stage name?
I think that just starting out with Brandon to start with is probably a good idea. If you want to do a stage name, you could, but not Randy Brandy.
What about Randy St. Johnson?
No. I don't know. I reckon just go with your normal name.
Alright, fine. Brandon Gardner.
Everything is really good. The things that I think it's missing is I think that you need to put a little bit more in this part about who you are and why this filmmaking stick makes sense. Talk about your magic journey, talk about how you come from a background of film. The interesting thing here is kind of your story about how you got to this point. And it doesn't have to be much. It can just be like 3-4 sentences.
Yeah, I just don't want to play too much on the fact of like, hey guys, I'm new to magic and I'm not very good. Look at my card, you know? Yeah,
but I don't think you are. I don't think that that's what you're talking about. I think you're talking about the fact that you're a filmmaker who's started learning magic.
Yeah.
So don't talk about it like in the idea of, I'm just learning magic. It's more about like, I'm becoming a magician or this is my story, but I come from a history of film. So I'm going to do what I know, which is making a movie, and I'm hoping that you can help me.
Based on what you've seen there, is there enough magic tricks or magic moments to keep it entertaining the entire way through?
Yes, totally. It's not the tricks, like you could just go out there and speed run trick, and that wouldn't actually make it a good magic show. It's this build up in stories. I think there's something to be said for crafting a really well-made story, and these things that you're struggling with, like how to link the story components in your script, those are the things that you should pay close attention to.
We were able to flesh out some of the ideas, but some of the ideas I'm still really stuck on. Because I've chosen to do such a stylized performance with such a specific type of story, it's really hard to formulate ideas that actually work for that and have tricks that are applicable to the story that I'm trying to tell. I think this is just the process I have to go through. If I could just come up with a show like that, it wouldn't be much of a challenge, I guess. Alright, we just got a package, and this is an important package because this has some of the key things to my show in it. I'm not going to open it now, but more on this later. For now, I'm going into the city to meet LJ. So I went into the city and I met with LJ, and we talked about the show I'd been planning. And then he had this to say.
Considering where it was sort of just like, okay, I'm going to do a few bits and pieces, got a little set bit at the start, it's actually taking shape into like an actual structured performance that has a narrative, has a storyline, you go along on a little bit of a journey. I really think that it's taking shape and it's becoming a really sort of well-structured piece.
The next day,
What are we doing, Toby?
We're at Melbourne Cardistry Jam. This is our September edition. Basically, Melbourne Cardistry is just the only Melbourne group that does cardistry. Cardistry is basically the manipulation of cards in the sense that it looks like juggling or cool tricks, but it's not actually magic, it's just magical.
Nice.
So I decided to give cardistry a go, and I'll be honest with you, I'm no good at that. But major respect to anyone who can, because this stuff is hard. But you know what, when you're playing with cards, you're bound to do a little bit of magic.
Shit! Man, that is nuts, man.
How the fuck are you doing that? Tell me now.
It's a coincidence.
Don't even tell me, that's fucking sick, man. That's
just
so
a coincidence.
Cool. That's the first time I've been super full in ages.
Oh, yeah. It's Danny there at this.